Hello folks, and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. I'm Indigo Starssed. You can find me on Indigo Creative Clairvoyant on Facebook. Lovely to see you here. So sorry about that, folks. I'm just trying to share out. Please do share out if you can to Facebook and other YouTube friends. That would be absolutely lovely. We're unable at the moment, for whatever reason, to publish on to Facebook. But thank you so much for being here. It really makes a difference, your support, your love, and what you're doing for us. So thank you very much. I'm just going to go back to my screen. Okay, so I'm hoping you're all well. I hope you're keeping well. We've had some bit drizzle weather and it's been feeling a bit heavy in the air. I don't know about you, but feels like there's a lot of feeling of disappointment around. So I'm going to try and raise the vibrations today. Just to let you know, Mr. Spiritual Psychics TV, I can't see any comments whatsoever, so I'm not sure whether I'm meant to. I can go onto YouTube to see them if you want me to, but I don't think you want me there. So just so you know. Lovely. All right. So I hope you're well. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you very much. There's worms in the system. They're called tremors. No, I'm joking. If anyone's from the 80s, they'd understand that little joke about worms in the system. And it was very bad. I'm not very good at jokes, but I am good at it's hopefully taking you down a journey to have some relaxation and some enjoyment. So thank you so much for being here. I don't have comments at the moment, but I just want to say a general thank you to everyone for watching. Those of you who've seen me work, I work in many different ways. Today I felt drawn to bring in my power animals. So my power animal, if you hadn't guessed, is leopard. I have loads and loads of leopard print, and for me it's a strength that every now and then I need that strength of the leopard, and I just ask for a little bit more power for those moments. So do understand. Hi Janine, it's lovely to see you here from Torquay. I can see some comments now, so thank you for that. Michelle Rodonite, lovely to see you here. Hello Stacey. Hello Stacey, and hello Indigo and Richard. Hello Christine. Oh, it's lovely to see all your lovely names and faces, so thank you for being here. But just understand that sometimes we need a little bit more power. And what I want to bring to you today is not only the thought of power animals and the idea of how they can infuse you, but also I've got some animal spirit cards which I shall read for you going forward. Just because we're all working as a collective and there's a lot of people here, just like to begin with a really simple exercise. So those of you who want to join in, please do listen and just follow what I'm saying. And it's a case of I'm going to take you on a little journey just to meet a spirit animal. Now, it might be your own totem animal. It might be something you recognize. It might be something that's just the animal for the moment. So if we can just take a really nice deep breath, we're just going to take our awareness down to our solar plexus, which is just above the belly button. And then we're going to take another deep breath and let go of any concerns, any worries, any questions you're holding in your mind, folks, because I work in an oracular fashion. So we will read for you as my guides instruct. Okay. Also, if you can then take another breath, this is your third breath, just to bring you back to your solar plexus. And I'd like you just to imagine that you're in a field. I'd like you to imagine you're in a field and the sun is shining bright, but it's not too hot. There's a gentle breeze. And you walk through this field with no cares in the world. And you come to a little brook. The little brook has water trickling down the brook. Just very gentle, very calm, very soothing. It's very relaxing. And you decide that you'd like to step through this brook. You may choose to take your shoes off. You may choose to leave them on. The other side of the brook, there's a winding path. And the winding path, as you get to the end of the winding path, there are 2 flame-lit torches. The torches are hot, but they do not burn you. They're hot, but you feel safe and well. As you walk through these 2 torches, you notice further along there is a wood. And you decide that this wood is a friendly wood. There's nothing to be frightened of, nothing to be worried about within this wood. So you take a step within the wood. You smell the damp leaves on the floor. You smell the scent of the conifer and the trees that are around. That lovely, lovely, secure smell. You may hear animals or birds in the distance. And you walk through the wood. And when you get to the other side of the wood, you come to another little path. And this path leads to a wishing well, or what you recognise as a wishing well. So I would like you to walk towards this well. It's built of stone, and it's very simple design. When you stand in front of the well, I'd like you to send out a thought to your own spirit team, to your own spirit guides. Please show me the animal's energy that I need for today, whether it be my totem animal, my power animal, or just the energy of this animal that I need for extra strength or guidance today. And then what I'd like you to do is take another deep breath, really focusing on going back into that solar plexus to your spirit self. And I'd like you to look down into the well. Look down into the well, and instead of seeing your reflection, you see a creature. It may be mythological, it may be real, it may be a bird, it may be a beast. Look into the well and know that this is a message for you for today. Just ask your question you have in your mind, if you choose to, or ask, why are you here today? You may receive a feeling, you may receive a thought. Anything has relevance. So if you can thank your guides now for showing you this special moment, although it's been very brief, but you can reach this moment at any time. We're going to go back up the path, back through the wood, back past the torches. They've now gone out. Down that winding path to the brook. It's still very calm and peaceful. Just a little trickle of water. You step through or over the brook, and you're back in the meadow. You're back where you began. When you feel ready, slowly and gently open your eyes and come back to the room. Okay. So Mr. Producer has technical situations going on, but he's just saying, I might say hi, it doesn't mean she'll offer a free reading. Also look for your name to be placed on screen. So just bear with mind with that. So we're going to move on through that. If people can just let me know how they felt. Now, the meditation I've just given you, or this brief visualization, I think we've done it for about 5 minutes. Now, normally I take someone on a journey, maybe about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour, to really get the in-depth feeling and the in-depth information. But hopefully it'll just give you a little idea of how you can work. If anyone would like to share with me the animal or the creature or the beast or the bird that they received, that would be wonderful. If not, don't worry about it at all. The other thing I want to say is, who's been seeing rainbows? Because I've got this beautiful rainbow above my head, and I actually saw 2 today. I saw a double rainbow, which is really, really beautiful. So remember, whatever's going on in life, whether it may feel like the worst thing on earth, there is always a blessing behind it. Sometimes it's hard to see at the time. And even with bereavement, even though it's a very difficult subject, sometimes it can be release of that person who's been, you know, suffering some illness or such like for such a long time. Saw a tiger in the well, Janine. Okay, so it's just saying you need a little bit more, you need a little bit of assertiveness, sweetheart. Someone else said horse. That's about inner strength. That's about knowing you are strong enough to get through this. A Labrador, black and white wolf. Or Stacey, you're listening, and you're listening very well. Keep listening. That's what your black and white wolf is telling you. Okay. I don't know if I can see some of the others. Tiger, I think definitely some kind of big cat. So just, Alison, you may be going through the same thing as me. Maybe the winter months are sort of curling in a little bit too fast for you. And you maybe just need to have a little bit of extra inner power right now to really get some drive to get through the day and just keep on carrying on. Okay? No, you can, darling. I know you can. So Janine's there with her tiger. There was someone else who had a unicorn, I think. Labrador in the shape of a unicorn. Isn't that lovely? That is really lovely. It's like a blend of the two. Okay. I feel that that's the, it's like a magical dog energy. It's quite incredible. Unicorns are very much connected to things which aren't real. Now, it's up to you whether you believe in unicorns or not. You certainly can meet them in meditation. So whether, you know, whether, I mean, there is a psychologist, now forgive me, I don't remember the name, but he has the belief of, you know, whatever you think of, it has some reality. So maybe, you know, if you can think of the unicorn, you can see it in your mind's eye, maybe that is a real thing. I'm not sure. That's a really interesting thought. But the Labrador is lovely as well. And I feel the Labrador is always a fantastic companion. So it just feels that you need a little bit more extra magic right now, Julie. I know someone around you's struggling, and they're just giving you a little bit more dash of magic. So, have we got anyone else? I was led by a unicorn, taken through the woods to the wishing well, where I met a fox. On the way back, I saw the unicorn again and a beautiful rainbow. That is incredible. So, fox is very, very cunning. And I would say part of the reason you've met fox is there's something you need to change up. So, Michelle, there's something you've been wanting to do, and there's something that's holding you up from doing that. It's about changing direction. It's about looking at a different way by diversing. Okay, so that is really lovely. Sarah Batten saw a grey tiger cub. Isn't it interesting we're seeing cats? Oh, that's probably saying to you, Sarah, that you just need a little bit more nurturing of yourself. It feels like you look after everyone else, but you just need to do a little bit of self-care, sweet. So maybe treat yourself to something nice. Doesn't have to cost much. Just give yourself some special time, and maybe a special bubble bath or some time to do something just for yourself. You might fancy mindful colouring. You might fancy playing patience with cards. Just do whatever it is that you want to do for you. Superb. Okay. Thank you. Hi, Julie. Thank you for that. All right. So we're all like new to working on YouTube, so just bear with us as we go through. Hello, Lisa. Thank you for being here. So if you can share out, folks, that would be fantastic. Those who joined later, I'm Indigo Creative Clairvoyant. My previous name was Indigo Starssed, but I've just really stepped into my art student recently, and I want to continue that. The white horse was big, so white horse is often saying you need to charge ahead with something, and the size of it is just giving you the strength and the power to do so. Okay, so if Mr. Producer's there, could we flick through some names, and then I will, whoever's here, if you can ask if you'd like a reading, and we'll see what the spirit guides have got to tell you today, okay, through the animals. Hi, Libra Cusp, thank you for being here. Okay. So. All right, so if I can stop on Stacey, I'm going to stop on Stacey. Okay. I believe in unicorns. So do I, darling, but I believe that there's different dimensions and different experiences in the world. I also believe in fairies. I've never seen one. I know lots of people who have. Saying that, I have seen sparks in the sky, so maybe they were fairies, hey? Maybe they were fairies. So, Stacey, the first card I get with you is the Vulture. Now, this is nothing to do with your energy, but I feel this is just to say, okay, let me just tune in a moment with you, with here. They're just saying, make sure that you save some energy for yourself, darling, because it looks like, it's almost like as I'm looking at this card, I'm almost seeing you fade away. It's really, really important, Stacey, that you honor your earth self as well as your spiritual self. Now, I've been on this journey myself, so I can tell what they're relating to me, but they're just saying, just be aware that some people will gather and they will try and, not intentionally, but they will unintentionally drain you of energy. It might be they talk too much. It might be that they communicate with you too much on chat, on Facebook. I don't know quite what it is, but I feel that you need to set your boundaries very firm. I put a post up on Instagram this week, which was saying that there's a fine line between feeling used and useful. Just remember this, Stacey, the key is boundaries. So you need to set your boundaries when you're working, when you're available to your friends as well as within business. Is really, really important. You need patience today. Oh, sweetheart, sweetheart. So Crow is your second card. Now, Crow is one of my favorite spirit animals, because what it's saying is that it's now time to step out your comfort zone, which I know you've been doing to some degree, but it's now time to step out your comfort zone, because there's someone who's going to offer you an opportunity to work with them in a public event. Now, this is not working in this closed room in a group. This is something public. And I want to say to you, once you've taken this leap of faith, it's like if you look back on life of all the little leap of faiths you've had over the last year, because I've known you possibly a year, maybe slightly longer, Stacey, it's a case of like your development has gone slowly and steady. And it's my other online friendship circles, so I can totally take that. Thank you, sweetheart. Sometimes we need to leave groups, okay? They're telling me this. And I think I exited about 40 groups, because I was just getting to a point where I was just being asked to do this and asked to do that. And it's like you're pulled and pushed, because you always want to help people. You always want to support them. One group asked me to be admin and then asked me not to do anything about admin. So I didn't really like that. So I don't know whether this is a scenario that's been going on around you, Stacey. And those of you who are watching and developing in your own way, understand that Spirit will always use information you can understand. So when I tell my story, it has relevance to the person I am reading for. But this leap of faith is going to be a big one. It's going to be, the element here is earth. So it's just going to say that this is real. This is not hiding away. This is not practice. This is a real situation that you're going to feel. And I know from stepping up in 2018, I know from stepping up is the best feeling ever. Really, really is. Always give what you get. Always give what you get. Try not to do shopping lists just because it'll trip you up. I saw you work last night. It's fantastic. So I'm not going to say anything more on that, but just always give what you get. Okay. Going forward, Stacey, Nightingale. So there's something about singing with you, Stacey, and there's definitely something about you sharing your poetry with your mediumship or with your psychic as well, if you're doing psychic as well. But they're just saying it's about expression. It's about expressing yourself, feeling that it's okay to talk about your life story. It's okay to talk about how you're feeling that day. It's all about expression. It's all about the words in your poetry are so amazing. And some of them, most of them, you may feel channeled or not. I feel that most words are channeled in our spiritual worlds. But share it with your audience as well as your mediumship. And I feel that the two eventually will combine. There's something about offering a reading with a poem sort of to conclude it. I think that would be very, very beautiful. Okay. So with your mood, Stacey, the seasons are changing, and my halo's really helping right now because I felt really quite low all day. But know that just take things slowly and steady. Don't become a commodity, okay? If you start feeling a commodity, you will just feel pressurized and you'll lose the beauty in what you do. You are the person who calls the shots, okay? Now, working with other people, I know you're working with a few people, and I don't know how many. I'm just going to say this, just make sure that you stand your ground, because sometimes I feel, Stacey, that you're incredibly kind, but sometimes with that kindness, you can sort of slip into the yes, yes, yes. Please make sure you have some time for yourself. Lots of love there. Thank you very much for working with me, Stacey. Lovely. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's really lovely, Stacey. Just confirmation. You know you're doing well, but just make sure you follow you. Don't get other people telling you what to do, okay? I feel that's an issue within the past, and I want it to stay in the past. All right, so if I can run through the names, please. Hi, Pamela. Sorry I'm late, went for a shower. Good afternoon, Richard, Indigo, and everyone in chat. Lovely to see you here, Pamela. It was wonderful to watch you both last night. Hi, Myanmar. Lovely to see you here. Hi, Blueberry. Thank you for being here. I'm Indigo. Nice to meet you. Hi, Lynn Taylor. I love your picture. You look so, so happy. I love that. Really beautiful. Hi, Siobhan. That's okay. I look forward to watching you tonight. It's going to be turning the tables, isn't it? I'm so excited. So excited. Hi, Crystal Eyes. Lovely to see you. Hi, sorry I'm late. I'm back from town. That's no problem whatsoever. If you want to watch the beginning, we did a little bit of a very short power animal sort of meeting our animal messenger meditation. So you might want to do that later. Okay. Yes, it's been an issue in the past. Thank you. Thank you, Stacey. I'm not going to read deep into that because it's none of my business, but just gives you an idea. And those of you who are watching, obviously, this is a public domain, so I'm not going to go deep into your subjects. With a one-to-one situation, we can go much further into things which are quite sensitive, okay, or very sensitive as they may come. Okay, so if we can run through the comments, anyone who'd like a reading, that would be fantastic. Never had a reading from me. Well, you might be in luck today, Christine Davis. Let's see what's going to happen, okay? All right. So I'm going to read for Blueberry. Hi, love. Hiya. Nice to be here. Nice to see you here, Blueberry. So one thing I'd ask Blueberry is I can't see your face, which is a bit of a shame because I'm sure you're absolutely gorgeous. But what I'd ask is please interact with me because it really helps my work. Okay. So Blueberry, the first creature we got for you is bat, right? Now, bat energy is saying to me that you're struggling with your sleep, but you're also very full of thoughts. You're very, very full of ideas. And I feel that you've got like an idea after an idea after an idea. First of all, sorry, these things never stay in my ears. First of all, start writing them down, because they're inspired thoughts. You're getting them from somewhere, from someone. They're inspired thoughts, but start writing them down and then see what the consistency with it is, because the ideas are coming on top of each other, and the lack of sleep as well is coming with these ideas. Part of what sleep does, so sleep, in my opinion, I have to say in my opinion, I'm not a scientist, but in my opinion, sleep is a healer. Sleep is a time when we can reset. So if we don't reset, the next day we find it very difficult to deal with any stresses whatsoever. So sleep is massively, massively important. First thing I'd say with sleep is remove electronics from your bedroom. She says having a massive wattage light in her bedroom. But move electronics from your bedroom. Give yourself a good bedtime routine. So you might want a warm drink. You might want a bath. You might want to lie down and listen to some music that's very quiet and calming. Or if you go on other channels on YouTube, you'll be able to find some natural music or some meditative music. Part of the reason you can't sleep is because you're leaving things undone. So put it on paper and it will really, really help, okay? The other thing I want to bring in, Blueberry, is a little bit more physical exercise, because it just feels that it feels a bit like you're a bit stuck in a rut, and it just feels that your exercise isn't quite as useful for you as it could be. It feels like your heart needs to get the blood pumping around, and I just feel exercise will really, really help you with this. I would also like to give you an acronym, which is fear is false evidence appearing real. If you have a fear, if you have a worry, write it down. Make it yourself a grid. So you can have the first grid as your fear. The second grid or row as such is what is the realism of this fear? Is this going to happen? The third grid is what do I do if this happens? And the fourth one is it's not real whatsoever. See where your fears sit. We all go through it. It's completely normal. Your human being is designed to survive. So anything that threatens our survival, whether it be another person's attitude, whether it be you're lazy, bless you. I'm not talking about lazy. I'm just talking about getting your blood pumping around your body, sweetheart. But where was I going? Anything that threatens your survival on a very basic, primitive level can send us into a fight or flight situation. In those fight or flight situations, our cortisol in our body, our stress hormone kicks in, and then we can't sleep because our adrenaline kicks in also. So it's all about stripping down those fears, all right? There we go. So fireflies coming up for you, sweethearts, just saying that there's someone around you that's really going to bring a lot of light into your world. It feels like one of your friends has been quite dreary and down, but it feels like you're starting to be either drawn to, I don't know whether it's in Spiritual Psychics TV or whether it's other things you're being drawn to, but you're being drawn to the light. You're being drawn to people who are really going to raise your spirit. And I just want to say this firefly, they're just such a magical creature. You kind of think nothing of them. And if you saw them in you know, with the lights on, you think, ooh, that's a bit horrible. But actually they glow the most beautiful light and they just show you the way. So I feel this is coming in for you. I just feel that there's a lot more positivity coming in for you. But this sleep is massively important. Bless you with your okay. Thank you, darling. So going forward into the future, we've got Eagle. So Eagle is about focus. It's about focus and drive. It's also about your own spiritual belief. And it's just saying whatever you want to do, if you put the effort, the time, the patience and the perseverance into it, it's going to work. But I do feel there's something you've always wanted to do and you keep thinking other people do it. I don't know whether it's reading, I don't know whether it's mediumship, I don't know whether it's healing, but there is something that you've been thinking, I'd really like to do that. I'd like to learn how to do that. And certainly myself and Matt Grogan and Kirsty all do teaching on here. So if that's an interest of yours, you can contact us. But Eagle's just saying to you that soar high, aim high. There's something about you, Blueberry, that there was a low achievement at some point in your education and it's knocked you down a bit. But just know that I'm here with my team, my Oracle team, and they're saying you can do whatever you put your mind to. But the word lazy, you need to look into whether you are lazy or whether you're just procrastinating to something beautiful that's coming. All right. Lots of love there. Thank you very much for working with me, Blueberry. Love to say hello to some people. Hi, Lisa. I've missed a lot. I hope to catch you on Stace. Yeah. And I go to Christine. She said she's never had a reading from me, so I'd like to read for Christine. Thanks a lot for the message. I hope it made sense to you, and sorry if I was a bit instructive. It can be a bit like that. Christine Davis, here we go. All right, so you've got Bat as well. How funny is that? I've just shuffled the cards, but you have Bat as well. So definitely sleep is a trouble for you. I feel you're a worrier, Christine, and I feel you worry about worrying about worrying about worrying. And believe me, I can go down this route, and I can go down this route so simple. The answer, Christine, is to check in with your own self-care. Are you really fulfilling that inner child in you? Are you really being playful? Are you really connecting with your friends? Are you starting to feel a bit paranoid about what people think of you and what the world's got in store for you? These are all flags up that your self-care needs looking at. You need to look after yourself, but not just like eating, not just drinking water. Obviously, those things are important. But it's things like just enjoying yourself, just having your own inner peace, just having moments for yourself. You may even find just sitting with a book and getting lost into a book is enough. It's about resetting, and it's about not doing everything just for everyone else. It's about doing something for yourself, knowing it's not selfish, but knowing that it's self-care, and self-care is important. With self-care comes back your self-esteem. Okay, always been a worrier. Okay. One thing you can do with your worries, Christine. So you just heard what I said to the other lady, I believe a lady, Blue. Can't remember what you're called. Sorry, do apologise. Saying berry, Blueberry. You can do that method of, oh, you're being helpful. Thank you very much. Bless you. You can do the method of the false evidence appearing real. You can grid it. The other thing you can do with your worries is that you can imagine, so you can close your eyes and you can go up to a table, and you can go up to a table, and on that table there's some paper and some pen. And in your hand is a balloon that has a string on it. So you're holding on to this balloon, but this is all in your mind. So you just go up to the table, there's paper and pen. You write all your worries down, all the things that are bothering you down. You tie them to your balloon, to the string. Okay, if you don't have a hole punch there, you can just magic one. You've got a hole punch. Tie them to the string. And then what you need to do is you need to then just be so thankful for everything you've got. So thankful for everything you've got. And as you're giving your gratitude to the universe, those worries just float away with that balloon. Okay. Worrying, all we're doing is focusing on something and helping it grow. Consider the plants in your house. Consider small children. If we don't focus on them, they don't grow. If we focus on them, They grow into something much bigger. It's exactly the same with worries. Okay. All right. Oh no, this is just funny. So I promised you, I shuffled these, but you got Firefly for your middle card as well. So maybe you have something a bit similar with Blueberry that's really, really interesting. I just feel that like it's all about positivity, Christine. It's all about looking for that silver lining. Now, the yellow in the card is bringing me to the solar plexus, which I worked with earlier, which is the center of your being. It's also indicating to me, Christine, that you get trouble with stress in your stomach. So I would say if you can meditate, if you can take some time out just to relax the body, it would really, really help. Okay, some of what I said earlier should make some sense to you also. All right, and your third card is Gazelle. Oh, isn't he gorgeous, or she gorgeous? Love it. Yes, I do. Wonderful, wonderful. So Gazelle has come in, and it's just saying there's a gentleness with them, but they're able to run if they need to. Okay, so they're very aware, they're very alert, they pay attention to what's going on, but they also don't fret unless there is true threat. Okay, so this is where I want to put you to. I want to put you to a position where you're understanding in your own mind, is that a threat or not? Is this really going to happen? Is this really happening? It's about being present in this moment. The orange and the yellow within the card is also indicating to me that some element of study or some element of crafts would really, really help you with your daily life, Christine. There's also a feeling of not being good enough with you. So if you can and if you choose to, I would suggest your mirrors in your house, if it's okay with whoever you're living with, just to write on them either in a post-it note or write in a removable pen, just write I am enough, and it will really help, or I am, or I am me, whichever you want, but it would really, really help. Okay, I don't know what you're saying. Yes, I do too, Christine. So if you can let me know in a sentence, it'd be great. We've got a bit of a delay, so I just don't understand. Okay. There's also a lot of passion within you, Christine. So there's great passion for the family. There is an older lady in spirit that wants to make herself known to you because she's presenting herself to me as I'm working. She's got something going going on with her left-hand side of her mouth because it feels very, very strange. I can't quite tell you what it is. It feels almost like it's dropped, so it might be a stroke condition. But I just feel that she wants to tell you that she thanks you for everything you did. And she wants to give you a bluebell, the flower. So it's something connected to February. Oh yes, to the stomach problems. It'll be to do with also to do with your anxiety built in the stomach. So it's the solar plexus energy as well. But yeah, as I'm talking, I feel like I need to move my tongue around a lot. So this lady would have done this as a mannerism also, but she's bringing bluebells, which connects me to February as a birth anniversary or a passing. And I really want to say to you that she's got, it's very odd, but she's got a silver, like a silver foil plate, and she's got food on there for you. It's like she would plate you up some food and make sure you had like a Sunday lunch or had some good food, because she's just giving that to you, Christine. She's just saying, you know, remember what mum did. Remember what mum did to make you feel better. Something about chicken I can smell as well. So it might be chicken soup or chicken casserole or something. I'm vegetarian, so it's not very easy for me to relay. But I just want to say to you that she's always around you, and you know this. You smell her and you sense her all the time. But she wishes she was there just to make you feel a little bit better. But know that you can turn that frown upside down. It's all to do with perspective. It's to do with breaking things down into small chunks and looking at things individually rather than looking at what we see as a massive problem in our life. Okay, thank you very much for working me there, Christine. That's very kind of you. I hope that made sense, and I'm going to blow you a kiss from her because she would like you to know that. Okay, lots of love. Mum always done that and gave me food. Oh, bless her. Bless her. That's so sweet. Well, she's very, very close, Christine. Okay. It's my own belief, and I have to say this because all of us, even on this TV show, all have our completely different understandings and belief. But my belief is that they're a thought away, and it's just a dimension that we can't necessarily see, but we can sense into. Oh. All right, Janine White, could I have a reading, please? Are you still here, Janine? Can you just let me know? Thank you, Lynn Taylor. Hi, Kelly McKeating. Thank you for being here. That's all right. You can be busy, sweetheart. I was a bit late too. I just got a bit lost in my wormy brain. So Janine White, I'd like to... One of my things I'm going to do in lockdown is learn how to shuffle, because I can't shuffle. So if anyone wants to teach me, I'd be most grateful. Okay. Well, I probably can shuffle. It's wrong to say I can't, because you kind of stop yourself with that vibration, don't you? So I can shuffle. I just haven't quite acquired that skill yet. So the first one we got for you, Janine, is Cobra. Okay. Now, cobras are very, very intelligent creatures. They also have incredible eyesight, Janine. So I feel there's something you've been seeing with your eyes that you're kind of not really believing. Okay, I don't quite understand what they're saying here, but it's like you're kind of paying attention, you're seeing with your eyes, but you're not quite believing. So it might well be that you're, in fact, can you let me know, Janine, are you training in to be a psychic or medium yourself, darling? Can you let me know? I'll use my quartz as well. Okay. Oh, Christine, thank you very much. See, good things come to those who have reading a bit later. I don't always, well, I don't dip into much mediumship here, work more as psychic, but I think she just desperately needed to say to you. All right, so Cobra is saying that you're seeing something but you're not quite believing, okay? There's definitely a passion around this. There's definitely a kind of, I don't know whether you're fearful, not training, but I'm interested in learning. Okay, it just feels that you see things, but you tell yourself that it's your imagination. Well, you can contact myself, or as I said, Kirsty and Matt are doing training as well. We've got different courses. But it's a case of you're a little bit fearful of what you might see also. But I know that you're seeing the atmosphere change around you. It's either mists or very, very fine changes in the atmosphere. You're putting this down to your own mind. Well, I'm here to tell you that all psychics and mediums use their mind. You know, our imagination is where the information comes from. Whatever anyone says, your eyes are receiving information which is translated by your brain. Your ears are receiving information that's translated by your brain. Your senses are receiving information that's translated from your brain. So it's all our imagination to some degree. So I just want to say to you, for one, you don't need to be worried about it. For two, just make sure that you go somewhere you feel safe and, you know, and you feel that you're in the right place. You'll know when you get there, you know when you meet someone. But always convince myself it's nothing. Absolutely. Well, that's the easiest way of not accepting it's anything, isn't it? But Spirit quite often will present themselves in that peripheral view of the corner of your eye. I have many blessings, but I don't see very often external to me. So I see within my mind eye, and I feel and I hear and I sense through different ways. But I just want to say to you, there's nothing frightening there. Okay, there's nothing frightening there. But I do see this triangle's the triangle of fire, and it's just saying to me, you've got a real passion for this. This is something that's really, really interested you for some time. Sea Serpent is your now card. Okay, so we're going from like now to future kind of thing. Okay, so this third eye is really important. This is opening up the psychic ability. This is really important. The sea serpent itself is very much in the image of, now it's either Atep or Apep, which is an Egyptian god or being. I can't remember whether it's a god. I should do, but I don't. But it's a snake that eats its tail, and it's very much where the idea of a wedding ring, the idea of eternity came from, because the snake eating the tail, the idea was that the snake ate the sun, and then the sun passed through, and that's how the day happened. So that's what their belief was. So I just want to say to you that there's no hurry whatsoever, but this third eye is going to activate. You are going to speak, and you are going to speak for spirit, I'm being told. You are going to speak for spirit. So I feel that mediumship is something that will come into the situation. I feel, first of all, psychic for you. I do feel that there's a consideration of whether you want to commit or not. And I feel that that's something you need to make your own decision with. My own experience with, I will have a little look at this comment in a moment. My own experience with spiritual work is the more you commit and dedicate yourself, much more you get from it. So I feel in here sometimes, but I'm scared. I've been interested all my adult life, but unsure where to turn to learn. So Janine, it depends what you're looking for. I'm partway through my own course, which is working with spiritual art. So it works with all sorts of different modalities. If you want specific mediumship lessons, then Matt and Kirsty are doing that with qualifications. And psychic ability, well, what I do will enhance your psychic ability. But if you want to work, developing your psychic ability, there's so many more exercises, there's so many groups and classes you can be part of. The only thing I would say is go where you're guided, go where you feel safe and secure and friendly and welcome. Because there's something about you, Janine, in the past you've been a bit ostracized, and this is part of this concern of being in a clique or being in a circle or being in a group. But you will know the right one. You will know the right one. In January, I'm starting an open circle, so many people, anyone who wants to come into it will be welcome. Most likely going to be 7 o'clock in the evening on a Monday, because my current group finishes in the next 3 weeks. So yeah, just lots of food for thought, but just know that everything is a cycle. In the right circle, in the right group, everyone will be on the same level, because it's really important not to compare yourself. Different people will have different evidence, different people have different ways of working. And as Bex says on Saturday, I think she works on Saturday, it's sometimes the feeling is far more important than the message or the evidence. So spirit will give you what you need. The important thing is your own confidence. I now have more time to myself nowadays with COVID everywhere is shut. It certainly is, but there's so much to do on the internet, darling. So just let me know what you're looking for, and I'll see what I can direct you towards. Okay. I would love to learn with you. I'd love you to learn with me, Janine. Send me a little message, darling. So it's Indigo Creative Clairvoyant. Send a little message. And next week we are doing I spoke about it earlier. No, it'll come to my mind in a moment. It'll come to my dowsing next week. Dowsing, so pendulum and various other dowsing. So that'll be interesting. All right. Lovely to have you if you'd like to join me, Janine. Okay. Going further forward, we've got black egg. Now, black egg, this egg looks like an ostrich egg. And I did a quiz the other night. I think an ostrich egg can make, I think it's 12 omelets or something. It's bonkers. It's very, very big. That's something I'll work on with you though, Janine. That's part of my my own way of working is that I work on from the roots, and we just work in a very gentle, playful way that builds up confidence. And my students are demonstrating tonight. So they've all got their confidence. It's all good, good, good. Anyway, going into Black Egg. Black Egg is just saying that one of the things that's really important, Janine, is to always be yourself, okay? So if you feel that you're being steered in a certain direction, it won't be by myself because that's not how I work, but if anyone makes you feel that way, it's really important to check back in with your guides, or check back in with your inner self, your higher self, whatever you want to work with, and just see, is that really what I want to do? Am I doing this because someone has instructed me to, or someone has asked me to? Being authentic to yourself is hugely, hugely important. Now, I absolutely encourage diversity. One of the things I've said before is I don't create indigo clones. It just doesn't happen. I really feel individuality is what makes the readings so beautiful. So I know you can do this if you chose to and you want to, but know that you may well always feel that you're not quite the same as someone, but that's a good thing, because diversity is what makes the world colourful and beautiful, and without all the different colours in the rainbow you wouldn't have one. So just remember that. Right, lots of love there, Janine. Thank you very much. I used to be a people pleaser but realised it was draining me, so drew back so I could have time for myself. It's so easy, isn't it, Janine? My husband said to me, I think 2 years ago, he said to me, it's about time you did something for yourself. I was just running around for other people constantly. And you know, anyone needed anything, I'd be drop anything to go to them. I really hold very sacred my personal space and my personal energy, so I think that's really important. Thank you very much for working with me today. It's been lovely. Thank you. Hi, Kelly. It's a funny photo you got there. You have to tell us all about it. Hi, Cheryl. Lovely to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Hope your circle's doing lovely. I'm so looking forward to seeing you work one day. Hi, Alison. Hope you're doing okay. Caught up after our late night scrying, did you, Alison? It was a late night, wasn't it? Lynn Taylor, let's work with this lovely lady. She's got the most beautiful smile. I'm not saying anyone hasn't, but she has. Sometimes you've got to be a bit wary of these things. Okay, so Lynn Taylor, I know you're craving to go to the heat. I know you had a plan to go somewhere lovely and abroad. Lovely and abroad, that doesn't make any sense, but somewhere abroad that was hot and relax. And it just feels that it feels like you're drying out, feels like your skin's drying out, feels like your mind's drying out. It just feels like everything's too cold, wet, horrible. And you just want to be somewhere sunny. You want to be somewhere sunny, just like this lizard dude, just like this lizard dude. But I know, Lynn, that you have it within you to really search inside and to find that inner warmth and to find that personal power and personal comfort that you are looking for. I want to bring to you, Lynn, the creativity that you've dropped. Now I feel it's crochet or knitting, because I can feel the wool or the fabric in my hands. And I just want to bring that back to you, because I feel that even though you're lamenting what you can't do and what you had planned, I just want to say to you, just make the most of this downtime, because it feels like life has been rushing around like a lunatic. No disrespect, but they're telling me this, rushing around like a lunatic. And it just feels that things are sort of reined in. The energy is slowed down. Things are calming down for you. And they just want you to take some personal peace. Now, we all find different things that brings us personal peace, but I feel you sitting in this like kind of meditative state, just watching your favorite TV with your feet up, just doing this knitting or crochet or whatever it is I've got in my hands, is really going to help you, because it's about it's about feeling you're doing something, but you're not, because I don't want you doing something too physically active. This is important. There's something that's been going on with your legs and your feet, and you just need to take your feet off the floor every now and then. Okay, lots of love there, Lynn. Hope that made sense for you. Going forward, I'm sure, are you the lady who said she had a unicorn earlier? Can you let me know, Lynn? I think there was 2 of you said that you had a unicorn. I can't remember, but we have a unicorn anyway. So Lynn, if you could respond to me, that would be wonderful. I'm going to have a sip of water. Lynn Taylor, are you there? I need to do something. Not me. Not me. You didn't have the unicorn. Oh, well. Well, we got a unicorn anyway. It's gorgeous. Look at it. It's got like the rainbow colours in the background. It's just like the rainbow above my head. So one of the things they want to bring in for you, Lynn, is more fantasy. They want you to bring in more connection to things in your childhood, more connection to fantasy. There's a connection to grandchildren or children within the family that you're feeling a bit cut off from. But they're saying to me that read them virtual bedtime stories. They will absolutely love it. They will absolutely love it. The magic within the unicorn, the magic within this wonderful creature and this wonderful land and all this imagery is what will shine out of the dark. So I know you've been going through depressed days, but they're just saying that you keep on with the brightness, keep on with the fun people, keep on with the laughter and the entertainment that you're following, and just know that things are going to be all okay. It's just about bringing that laughter and that lightness to your life. Okay, so going further, we have raccoon. I love raccoons. They're funny little creatures. They're actually related to the badger. Okay, like a family of badgers. And yes, okay. I just feel it's all about making home, Lynn. It's all about making home. Now, there's something that's happened in your home in the last year that's a bit uncomfortable for you. Now, I don't know whether you had to ask someone to leave or whether there was an altercation. I'm not quite certain what I'm being shown. But they're just saying about making things your own, about really taking ownership of your space. And there's some things that you need to fix up, and there's some things that you've put on the side that you haven't quite finished. They're just saying about finishing those things and just starting to really settle down. Now, I don't quite know what the settling down is. Maybe you've retired and you're feeling a bit itchy feet, but they're just saying just settling within your own home, but making it your own is very, very important. There's also something with you that you're a bit nervous of the dark, or you're a bit nervous of what's within the dark. No, nothing's going to harm you, darling, but there is someone who does frequent your house, and you do know this. I feel it's a gentleman that used to live there many, many, many years ago. Can you let me know, Lynn, is it your home that's an old building, or is this something else I'm seeing? Is it a building before your home? Can you let me know, please? Yep. Hello. Yes, I'm scared. Okay, Lynn, can you let me know, do you live in an old house? Because I'm seeing an old house with wooden beams, and I don't know whether it's your house or the house that stood where you are. Okay. We've just got a little delay going on, folks, so it won't be long. About 60 years old. Now I'm seeing a house older than that. Okay. 60 years old. So it's 2000. Yeah, so 50s, isn't it? Is that prefab, they call it, I think? No, the building I'm seeing is older than that, but you recognise that there's a spirit within your house that comes to see you, Lynn. Well, I don't know whether he comes to see you, he's just with the house. You don't need to be worried about him. He's just an image from the past. Just an image from the past. I feel if you were to research into it, there would be either a coaching in or some kind of what is it? I don't know, some kind of establishment where people would meet that has wooden beams. I can't quite tell exactly where it is, but it's something that was historically there. Okay. Don't worry at all. Just ask them to leave if you don't want them there or want him there. Yeah, it's just him. Just him. But he just comes with the older building, so it's nothing to do with your building. It's to do with the building that was there before. And am I right to say, Lynn, that your keys go wandering as well? They've just shown me your keys, and they've shown me your keys being moved from place to place. Just got a little delay, folks. Yeah. Yeah. Has it given you reasons? No, I very rarely use them. I never go out. I don't know what we're talking about then. Do you know what we're talking about, Mr. Producer? I don't understand, Lynn. Very rarely use them. I never go out. I really don't understand, Lynn. But thank you very much for working with me. I don't quite understand your last comment. Oh, keys. Okay. But your keys haven't been moved from where you put them. Or if they haven't been before, just watch now because they're showing me the keys being moved. Okay, but don't panic. It's just a game. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you barely go out. Go outside and look up, even if it's just looking up. It will help. Okay. All right. Lots of love there, Lynn. Thank you for working with me. It's all to do with energy. Okay, thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you for working with me. Don't worry. Oh, look, the wings are perfectly on my back. Hello. So we got tonight with Matt and Kirsty Grogan. Got live mediumship and oracle card readings at 8 p.m. You can join there. And next month, Sunday, 6th of December from 7:30, VIP trance demonstration. This will be via Zoom. Password will be via £8 and angel members is £5. You can PayPal, excuse me, sorry, https://www.paypal.me/sptv live. There you go. If you've never seen trance before, it's well worth going. It's spooky. It's a very special evening, but all are welcome. But it's a paid event. It's a closed door paid event. Trance needs to be somewhere safe. So, and it takes a lot of energy. And Polly and Leah are great. So, highly recommend that one. Cool. So, has everyone enjoyed today? I hope you're all having a bit of upliftment, a bit of light-heartedness. I try not to go serious on these afternoons because I think we just need a bit of fun, don't we? It's life's been a bit serious, isn't it? So I really hope I can, bring your spirits up a little bit. Trance is fantastic, certainly is, Alison, and I'm training in it shortly, so watch this space. Suri, I have to go now. Bye bye, everyone. Lots of love, darling. Thank you for being here. Oh, due to panic attacks. Oh, Lynn, bless you. Bless you. Have you looked into support with that, darling? You can work with emotional freedom technique. Looking at clouds helps. It really does. So emotional freedom technique, which is a tapping formation. So you can do it yourself. There's videos on the internet. Helps reprogram your mind. Oh, you had the unicorn and the Labrador, Julie. I'll read for Julie in a moment. Therapy you can find. I'm having hypnotherapy at the moment just to help me with my everyday coping, I suppose, being in the change of woman's life. And it's working wonders. I think it's fantastic. So I couldn't recommend it higher. All right, well, strangely enough, Julie, you started with Firefly. Well, these cards are really sticking, okay? I know that you have had a situation, either yourself or with a loved one, where you've seen that light at the end of the tunnel. I know that you've experienced this. I know you've seen this light appear. And I just feel that there's something within this situation, whether it be in a dream or in your own understanding of reality, that you really started to question the reality of your own experience and who else has been through this? Who else has experienced this wonderful? And I just feel that from that moment on, things really opened up in your world in a spiritual way. Okay, so Hummingbird has come in for me now, and it's saying to me, Julie, that there is a beloved of yours that's passed within, I would suggest, the last year. I don't know if it's the lady, one of the ladies in the picture, but I'm being drawn to a very similar looking lady, if not those ladies that are there with you. But I'm just saying, they're saying that this person would be very, well, they're not saying because she's presenting herself to me, but this person would be very upbeat. She would be smiling at everything she possibly could. And I feel she would hum away to herself a lot because I'm hearing the sound of humming. I know it says hummingbird on it, but it's like literally I can hear, la, la, la. I can just hear like sounds being made. I want to bring in lots of colour with this lady, and I also want to bring in a garden. So I want to bring in flowers that are really special for this lady. And, oh, what are you showing me there? Okay. Something about a bathroom, Julie. Did you support this lady with her end-of-life care? Can you let me know, Julie? Because she's showing me a bathroom. It looks like my grandmother's bathroom. It's it's that really odd colour, between pink and orange bathroom. Does that make sense, Julie? Can you let me know, please? I'd appreciate it. Okay. Hummingbird is very much about grief, and it's very much about understanding that it's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Release the spirit, you know, release the hold. And there's something, Julie, about this situation. I'm really hoping I'm reading into this correctly, because you're not responding that I can see. But there's something about the situation where you asked for her to have peace, or you asked for her to meet a loved one and to move on. I'm not quite certain which one, but there's a little bit of a feeling of, should you have done that? And I'm here to tell you, absolutely, it was the right thing to do, to allow that release. Okay. Now, as I'm working, Julie, I'm feeling quite a pain in my shoulder and my right arm. So I do feel it's either with you or this lady that we're communicating with. So I'm hoping that makes sense. Okay. So going forward, we got the Panther. So your sis died 5 years ago, not in the picture. Okay. Right. It's not an older lady, Julie. Or do you recognise the bathroom I mentioned, please? Okay, I'm just going to carry on because it's so hard to work with the delay. The Black Panthers come in here, and it's just saying that there's something you're feeling the need of standing up for. There's something you're feeling the need to be defensive about, and I don't quite know what it is, but they're saying that you will see everything clearly. Things will understand. My sister was a very positive person. Okay, I shouldn't say a time scale because I don't really know, but it's the grieving is still with you, and I understand that. Julie, am I right to say your sister was unwell? Is that okay to say that? Did she have a condition? Can you let me know, please? That would be wonderful. Just want to let you know. No to the bathroom. Okay. So why are you showing me the bathroom? So, Julie, your grandmother's passed to spirit. Did she have the same bathroom? I'm trying to fathom if I have two people here with me. Because I definitely have an older lady here with me, and she's connecting me to my grandmother, which would indicate it's your grandmother, Julie. If you don't recognise it, it's fine. But I just want to say to you, know that you've got this matter in hand, okay? There's something going on that you really need to look at some paperwork very, very clearly, and you need to sit down and really not be emotional with it. You need to disattach so you can read it through very, very sensibly. But standing your ground is really important right now. Yes, I asked my dad to take her at the end of her life. Okay, all right. I'm not quite certain who we're with there. My sister had a bad arm. Okay, so I was with your sister, but I do feel there's a grandmother here as well, which is what's being presented to me. Now, with your sister, I feel that there was some kind of, I don't know if there was some kind of going in. I feel that there was some kind of medical assistance. 65 when she passed. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. So sorry. But know what you did was right, okay? That's the most important thing to say right now, okay? You know, Julie, you've got a really, really strong gut intuition. Follow it, darling. Just follow it, because it will take you to the right place, okay? And you understand exactly what I'm saying, okay? Lots and lots of love there. Thank you so much for working with me. I'm so sorry to hear about your sister, and I hope it's brought you a little bit of peace that she's with you at all times. Okay, let me just give you something, because she's trying to present something to me. Oh, your sister had cancer. Sorry about that, sweetheart. Okay. She's showing me what looks like a blue and white stripe. It's a bowl. It's a piece of ceramic that's blue and white striped. Oh yes, Nan died, but don't remember her bathroom. Don't worry at all. It's just their way of connecting me to the lady. So I feel that they're both together. I feel you know this already, but I'm still going to tell you. Yes, to the paperwork. Hopefully we'll sell my house soon. Lovely. Superb. Okay. So I don't know. I would like to leave you with this piece of ceramic. It's blue and white striped. Okay. And she just wants to give you that as confirmation of who she is. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm also going to leave you with her love, and I feel that there's a birthday coming up very soon that she would like to say happy birthday. If you could pass that on in the best way, even if it's just with a physical kiss, that would be enough. Okay, lots and lots of love there. Thank you very much for working with me. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. All right. All right, Julie. Well, thank you so much. And I really hope that gave a little bit of reassurance that your family are together. And another time, hopefully at some point, I'll do a proper mediumship slot on one of the guest slots, maybe next year. And you might hear some more from her. But at the moment, we're going to conclude because unfortunately the internet strength is not working so well. And I have a wonderful evening tonight watching my students doing their first demo. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's been a pleasure working with God, and it's just wonderful working for Spiritual Psychics TV. And please consider being a patron. It's just £1 a month. It brings you all sorts of wonderful add-ons and discounts. You can find that all on the Spiritual Psychics TV page on YouTube. Thank you for being here. We can do it without you. Know that the spirit will just thought away. Julie just saying, funny, I said only the other day she never comes through. Well, there you go, Julie. She's nipped on in. And I'd like to say to you, please remember it's never about this messenger or me, the messenger. It's always about that message. Stay blessed, and I'll see you next week.